Morning guys, it's 6 a.m. this morning. Today is Friday, and I'm recording the video for Thursday, okay, May 5th, which was yesterday. Okay, so I got busy in my gardening. There was a lot of work still pending. But anyway, so I couldn't do the videos yesterday, and I even did not trade it yesterday, in the morning till 10 o'clock. So I traded it, and then I just went outside. But knowing at that point, I knew it is building a trend down day. So in Discord I said those things. But anyway, so let's start. So I'm talking slowly because kids are sleeping, okay, upstairs. But so this week is all about FOMC and NFP, right? So FOMC is gone. Now tomorrow, so today, assume I'm talking about Thursday, right? So even though it's a Friday, but I'm recording the video for Thursday. So tomorrow is NFP, which is Friday, right? And this week is important because I'm interested in the weekly close. So this is the same statement, right? It is very important for the sellers to keep it below 5-4 high, which was 4300 in ES, and NQ was around 600 or so, right? 13600. And it is also very important for buyers to keep it above 5-4 high by end of Friday. See, so this statement is very powerful. There is a reason I put this statement, right? So now you can see what happened, right? So this side is winning right now, right? So because price couldn't go above 5-4 high, but instead it went below 5-4 low, right? So these guys failed and these guys are winning, okay? So small summary till 5.9, right? Now look at these levels and read this also. There is a reason I put these things, right? So you can clearly read this. So this statement and this, there is a reason, a very good reason I put it there. I thought through all these things, and that's why I put it, and you can now see the result also, what happened today, right? And pretty much it just sliced through all these levels and it held these levels, right? So now sellers are here, okay? And the another statement is, the key thing is hold on, let me show you something. This one, see, so that's why it was difficult to trade going into the day today, because you don't know which side is going to supersede, or because midterm versus short-term buyers during that FOMC thing, right? So FOMC buyers were there from 41.44 in ES, and midterm sellers were there around 43.10 to 4300, right? First set of midterm sellers. So now price was sandwiched in between, and it went from one end to the other end without any resting period. If you remember in Discord, I said in the morning in pre-market voice, I said price did not get a chance to rest after FOMC. During FOMC it just went straight up. That means there is always a risk. If you cannot rest it, that means it's a risk, it can fall, and that is exactly what happened, right? So but then we can't assume that it will fall, right? It may not fall, it just goes higher and higher and then fall later on. So we have to look for a clues. So the clues were 42.45, not 41.44, 42.45. If you remember in Discord we talked about 42.45, right? So like here, this board area, break below, first warning sign for buyers. That is what we discussed in Discord in the morning. And then we also discuss it may break, and if it comes here, next level, you skip it and you try long here at 28. This is what we discussed, not in the opening, we discussed in a pre-market voice. And then if you get stopped out at here, right, most likely price is going to go down further and further, and you can use this areas as a pullback short. Okay, so that is what we discuss. Now by the time, or we also discuss, if it goes below this, most likely it could be a reversal of yesterday's entire day up move. There is a possibility there if internals and everything else is lining up. We also discuss about those things also. I talked about all these things, and then you can see what happened, right? But the problem was price did not pull back enough to get in, so but anyway, so okay, and then you can read through all these things. We already discussed all these things. NQ, same thing, allowed to do both side, right? And similar story as ES also. NQ has the same story. Ideally, see, this is the level. Ideally I want buyers to keep it above this in general. See, so break below, that's a warning sign. Here also sellers are not gone yet, right? Ideally I want to see buyers keeping it above 374 and price just slice through it. That was a warning sign for buyers. See, NQ also same story. See, so but anyway, so now you read through it. Russell, it is all about these areas. See, today above 1950 longs, below also long but only reactionary up to 1905. Then you have to just short it below this, and technically you are allowed to do both. See there, Dow, sellers and buyers both around these areas. There will be a fight above 475, stick with buyers. Below you can stick with both parties. See, because it's a neutral environment at that point, right, between mid-term sellers, short-term buyers. Crude is this, below 107.50 you can take directional shorts, above longs, right? These are the dream numbers, 482 and 450. Okay, now price couldn't even see. Look at this here, what happened in pre-market. See, my notes were published right around here, right here. You can see it, price held this dip number. See that, one attempt, second attempt, and then it fall, right? These numbers are powerful, as usual. I always say that, right? Most of the day it works. But so okay, so now going into the day, so now we know the story, right, based on the pre-market notes, right? So now of the open, there was a mini balance here, right around these two levels, this 44 and 45. So of the open, the way it opened, it was a wide gap down. So if you look at here, it was a wide gap down. So obviously internals are going to be negative territory, right? And in this case it was a liquidation kind. So you can assume two things here, one way, after trend up day, so look at this trend up day, right? Strong up move, and now it is gapping down right into this 45 support, or right at that support, right? So if you remember this day, then this could be a buying opportunity, right? Because it is gapping down into support with liquidation kind of internals to begin with. So it's exhausted internals right of the open, and price is also opening into support, which is my key level, right, 45. Ideally I want buyers to hold it above, right? NQ also same thing, it was close to 374. Actually it was little bit below, but NQ being NQ, it always does that, right? Little bit below and then it reverses. So but the idea is they were both opening up into their key areas of support after up day, right? Or look at this move. So it could be a buying opportunity, but knowing that mid-term sellers are there and price came down from these levels, mid-term sellers level, we do not want to become aggressive to go long, because remember overall market is still down, right? So you can't go long here, but at least you know that okay, it's opening up into support, it may go higher. If it goes higher, then you start buying it. So there is no long here. Okay, then price balanced it here, a small balance, and then it cracked down, right? So at this point you can short even if you want to, both in NQ at this VWAP when it pulled back here, and ES breakdown short, right? So here you can short it because by the time internals were of course like they were going down on liquidation kind, so you can take a short here, right? Now there is a problem here with this short. So you can take a short because you are allowed to do both, right? I did not take a short here, no, because price can easily fool you, because I still have a fresh memory of this strong up day, you know. So I was looking for to go long at this 28, as we discussed in the pre-market, that if it comes straight down here it is exhausted, and then it can go back up here, right, do some balance and then go higher, or use this area as a resistance and short, right? So I was using this area as my target and potential short, or if it goes higher come back here I may go long. That was my idea at that time, right? And if you look at this, see, this picture was clear. If I would have followed only this, I would have taken a short and not take a long at 28, right? But I was looking at this damn thing here, see? So this thing I was looking at it. So when price came to 28, right here, it was like coming from here 74 to 28. That is what I was looking at it. So I was looking at this and I was saying, man, it is definitely exhausted. It needs a pullback. It's still fresh in the morning, right? People are still going to buy here based on this, right? So I was looking for that reaction along back to at least this, so I can short later on, you know. So that's why I took the long here, which is this area, and you can see price paused there also, right? But knowing this opening balance breakdown, my stop was tight here, you know, so I lost 2 points here, you know? So and then I cut it at 26, right? And then it went down, right? So by the time now it was what was time, 28, yeah. So then it went down. NQ also sliced through it, right? So NQ you can take a profit. Man, shit, where is it? At here or here, wherever you want to, right? So NQ you can trade. NQ you don't have to worry about like ES the way we did the analysis. You know, NQ being NQ, it rotates between the levels, right? Then NQ came to this yellow line. You can take a profit here or you can hold it, up to you, right? How you manage it. And then it sliced through it, right? So the obvious next level would be this area of interest, right? Because this is a 7-point area pretty much, you know. So price did not pull back. If you look at this chart, it did not pull back, came straight to this here, right? At that time NQ was at 80. See, this 80 we discussed yesterday, day before yesterday on Wednesday, right? The 80 was important. There was a lot of rotation here, so obviously someone would buy it considering this exhaustion, right? But now the question is, longs are not going to work a lot. It may work back to maybe this area, you know, or maybe this, right? So I was looking for that pullback, you know? So, and it was 10 o'clock at that time, right? So considering this thickness of this area and this 80, I also took a long here, and that was my last long. And shorts I couldn't get it because price did not pull back, and I was looking for short, but it did not pull back. By this time I know it is going to be a trend down day, right? That is what I say in Discord, that now it is going to be trend down day, so stick with shorts later on, right? And also we discussed, so one thing I forgot, also we discussed in the morning pre-market voice, that since price is stuck between mid-term sellers and short-term buyers, it is also advised, you know, that if you want to make your life easy, wait till 10:30. By that time you will get a clear direction and then you trade that direction. That is the statement I used. So whoever waited till 10:30, they got lucky, because by that time they have a clear direction. All they have to wait for a pullback and short, you know. But if you traded before, you know, and if you got long like with me, you may have lost here. But it's a cost of doing business some days, right? And then you can have to manage it that way. So here 2 point loss. And then I also went long here. I went long at 07 right here and 99 also, right? 07 I was able to bail out, at break even. 99, see here you can see it. I went long here and here both. When it popped back up, I built out this 07 contract, right? And then I was holding this, and then it sliced through it. I still held it, but then I bailed out at 94 or so, So here I got 5 point loss, right? And then 2 point earlier loss. So I had a 7 point loss total today, right? By this time. And then I said, you know what? Now I have two choices now. Since now I know price is going to reverse all the way below yesterday's low, even trend down day pretty much, right? That is what I said in Discord. So I said, but the problem is, so at that point I stopped trading because 2 stop losses, I'm not gonna wait, and I knew I have to go for gardening at that time. So because for the shorts further, I had to wait for a pullback, price to pull back up later on, either right from here, or later on after breakdown pullback like this. But then I have to just sit tight. In that case, I have to sit tight in front of computer and wait for those damn thing, right? So I decided not to wait. I just left, and then I did not come back until 4 o'clock. So but anyway, in between, I had an alert set up at all these levels. So when alert got triggered, I typed it in Discord from my garden, while doing gardening work, that it may go here and there, right? So but this was a trade later on, this one, right here at 11 o'clock, which was 76, which is this. See, so up to this point now, it's a trend down day. It's not pulling back a lot, right? So after this thing, you wait till 10:30, and then when price went below this 10:30 low right here, right, slice through this 76. Now you can take a pullback at this board hour, because this is the only pullback that happened at the board hour after breakdown. None of this even pull back here, right? So this one you can trade it, and then you can pretty much, you can even hold it till closing, because it's a trend down day, right? So most likely it is going to close at the lower end, right? And I also typed in Discord, right? If you remember, hold on. So if you remember, this is what I typed, right? So whatever I just explained at 10 o'clock, 10:10, right? 10:12, this is what I typed, right? See, if you choose to make your life easy, see all these things, clear direction, and then 10:41. See, I was in gardening, doing my gardening stuff. I got the alert. I said this, and look at the target. I said, right, 4094 or lower in ES, yesterday's AM sellers target, right, and NQ 700 range, or at least 840. See, so at 10:41 I typed these things, and you can see this became the low of the day. This became also low of the day, right, 99 or so, but it close enough, right? So see, so by 10:40 the picture was clear. Those were the targets, so based on that, right, so 10:40 is right here. See, if you look at it here, right here, when the first hour low was broken. See, that's why you take this trade, and technically you can target all the way. So you take this trade, and technically you can target this 95. See that? But you have to sit through all this damn thing. See, it was not easy to hold this damn thing, right? Why? Because if you look at, see here, there was no clear trade. Price was literally, that's why I drew a box here. Price was literally giving you a hard time, and there was no clear direction here, even though overall is down, but it's hard to trade this price movement. Why? Because see here at this time, right, say from this board, this is a good area, right, 41.44 yesterday's FOMC level low, so it bounced from it, right? But then it couldn't go here. Ideally it should go here, but it just randomly from here it came down, and when it slides to this level, the expectation is it should turn this board into R, which it did here. So there was a short here, but then you can see it just stopped you out. If you had a tight stop, it stopped you out. If you had a stop here, you are fine. Otherwise it just stopped you out. See that? Like here, one time, two times, and then it went down. See? So this thing is telling you it's a people are playing games. They are hunting for stop runs now, you know. And then you can see it here again. See, slice through it again, random. It's not even went to exactly this level. See, and it came down. And then what it did, it fooled you. See here, it again turned this area into support and buy, and then see fake stop run. See there is tails, right? And then it went through it, and then again it damn thing went through this level, and then again it went down, and then again it tried to hold this as a resistance. See that? So this was, by looking at this too, it is not tradable price action unless you are holding from here or here. See, that's why there is a box and there is no trade here. NQ damn thing, same thing, because now you are dealing with some good levels here. See, pink lines and blue lines, they are powerful lines. So that's why it's hard to even trade NQ here in this area, So you have to just like steal the trade here, We have to do very carefully, manage it, But if you shorts from here, then most likely it's gonna go to 700, right? Then you can hold it. Otherwise here it's not tradable. It looks tradable, but it is not. It is a hard price action to trade. And look, at the end it came to 700, and here also, right? And that be all for today. Now so I'm going to prepare the M-box video now, okay? But M-box wave and this totally different today, so because it's not gonna match up, right? All these longs which I took, it's a contextual based longs. So if I look at M-box, definitely there will be a selling going on, and there won't be a trade here to go long or here to go long. However, there could be a trade here to go shorts, or maybe here in M-box, but there won't be a trade that is lining up with these longs, because I am fading at the first test, right? And M-box will definitely show you will not show you any long here, okay? I just wanted to let you know.